Welcome to the Crazy Bars I've Heard podcast. My name is Ernie. I'm here, and to my right
is Liam. Yeah, that's it. I'm Liam.
And our special guest to my left,
Day Banks.
Hey, welcome. How y'all doing, man? How's y'all weeks?
Good. I'm finally not sick. I wasn't here last week because you get sick too, Dave?
Yeah.
I caught that bird flu that everyone's saying so hot this day and age. It sucks.
It's definitely going around. How long were you sick for?
Probably like 5 days.
Damn.
Yeah.
5 days.
That's tough.
Yeah,
right after Christmas?
Hard. Yeah, like right after Christmas, yeah.
Dang.
It was January 1st. I was making my New Year's meal for good luck, and I just my throat was scratched. And then the next day,
dang.
Yeah.
Had the black eyed peas cooking?
Yep. I got good luck this year.
Yeah, how were your holidays, Day?
Pretty good, man. Yeah, it's been the best it's been in a while. So yeah.
Awesome.
I had fun.
That's dope.
What about y'all?
Man, it was good. I'm from Detroit, so I went back home. Mama's cooking.
Oh yeah.
Came back for New Year's. It was fun.
Yeah, got to see my family. Got to see my wife's family, which was an adventure.
Oh, always fun.
Adventures.
The in-laws. Dope. Well, man, Day, you're our first guest, man. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
The pressure.
So, I mean, I know you, but definitely tell our audience and our listeners, man, you make great music, but tell us about yourself.
Thank you. Okay, my name is Davon, really, but I go by Day Banks. Born and raised in Fort Worth, Texas. 27, hip hop artist. I don't know, man. I just love music, to be honest. I've been rapping professionally, like dropping music and recording music probably about 2.5 years now.
Nice.
Writing since about like 16.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's dope.
That's the background.
So who are your top 5 rappers? Or
you're
artists?
Gonna drop my man on that
or
spot.
Artists.
Like,
hey, bro, you got
it. All right, who's your top 5?
The Crazy Bars I've Heard podcast, man. Put on the
spot. Honestly, this is such a crazy topic. Honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna say Wayne for sure.
Bet.
This is just my top 5. Like I'm not saying that these are just like the only best rappers.
Favorites.
This is just my personal top 5. I'm gonna say Wayne, Kanye.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw Eminem in there.
Mm-hmm.
Drake, Kanye, Eminem, Wayne.
Okay, one more.
I'm going to go Future.
Okay. Drake, Wayne, Ye, Future. Who am I missing?
M.
That's solid.
Yeah, M.
M's
going to be my number 1.
Yeah, I mean Eminem's the GOAT, highest selling, arguably the GOAT, whoever you want to say.
You're in a top 5 without K-Dot right now. That's crazy.
You know what? And that's why I said this is mine. I'm not saying he's not a great rapper.
Yeah.
But he's just personally not my top.
No, I feel that. And you're born and raised in Fort Worth?
Yeah.
Nice. So like, I guess Texas rappers, do you have any favorites?
Texas rappers?
Yeah.
B King for sure. It's going to be my like.
Man, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Man, that was really sad. B King, like, man, I mean, college, bro, he had, you talking about parties, the house parties, the twerk sessions, everything.
Yeah, everybody just,
man.
He's definitely going to be my top. I would say him. I like Mo 3, rest in peace to him too.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Who else did I listen to? Texas.
Yeah, I mean, those two are definitely legends.
Yeah, those are really my two.
Yeah.
But B King, man, he was in a different atmosphere. Like a different world of his own, a different lane. Like nobody was making music like that.
Yeah, man, the Houston-Dallas rap culture is really interesting too. I mean, Houston gets a lot of shine nationally. I think Dallas, has great artists too. And Fort Worth, of course. But yeah, Texas has its own culture and its own flavor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Has that influenced your music?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like what you said.
What are your influences, Day? Like, I've heard your music.
Yeah, I like so I would say like B King is one of them too. Just the very like Texas, the party, the the dance scene. Like I really was influenced by that a lot. I'm gonna say somebody who a lot of people don't talk about, but Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
Bro, Soulja Boy was the SoundCloud rapper before SoundCloud rappers were a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that stopped Soulja Boy is he dropped everything. It was his best thing, but it was also his worst thing.
Man.
He dropped everything.
But I mean, he's the first rapper to do a lot of shit.
No,
Dude, and he
seriously,
marketed everything too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he
was-
fucking put his website in a song.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
all
his
that
phone number, like just he was lit. So I like that. Like I really like music that just kind of like bring people together and like make people feel good. Cause that's how I want to feel.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
But yeah, more like the dance is really what I like.
Okay, dope. So we're talking about Drake and Kendrick, and we've talked about it, but like that 2024 battle, what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, are y'all Kendrick fans?
I want to hear what you have to say first. It's a safe space, man. You can say
My
say
thoughts
whatever.
on it. I mean, I thought it was entertaining, like everybody else did. I think they are both very talented. I think they're both mainstream, but what I would say is I feel like Drake is more. I mean, people have points when they say Drake is more poppy than what Kendrick is, but Kendrick does make pop records. He has made pop records.
Yeah.
Too. But when we do talk about numbers, Drake is a little bit, up there with it. But
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Kendrick did a lot of the stuff Kendrick said is true, and I feel like it takes for people to diss Drake for everything to come to light.
Yeah.
Again, like a full circle moment. But I feel like Drake is. I mean, he dropped another freestyle, right?
Yeah, he did.
But I still feel like he hasn't been like doing Drake things. Like I feel like it did touch him a little bit. Like I feel like it hurt his
He's
ego.
definitely still feeling the after.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Like, he hasn't been Drizzy
Yeah.
since then.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's really interesting because, I mean, we talked about it last week. I like Drake's latest freestyle. But I mean, straight up, like, do I think Kendrick won the battle? Yeah, I think Kendrick won the battle. And but like, I compared it to basketball. I was like, man, like, KD's one of the best scorers ever. Kevin Durant, best scorer ever. But LeBron is the GOAT. Like, LeBron is different than KD, but I can still appreciate KD's greatness.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, LeBron is better than KD, but KD's still top 5 scorer all time.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's how I feel about the battle. It's like, okay, y'all, like,
It's just different in rap culture though, because when I win, like you're done.
Yeah.
And rarely does that actually happen,
Yeah.
unless like the person passes or they literally just go away.
And
But
you have diehard sports fans, but it's like a sport, it's a team, it's a city, it's an identity. But when you're a stan of a musician or an artist, that's for life, and people ride for whoever your favorite is. Like Childish Gambino's my GOAT. So like Donald Glover, like all them shows, anything he does.
don't hold your breath on the next album because he done for
I'm not. Hey, I'm ready for that next show though. Whatever you do, Donald. But yeah. So like obviously, like I have a bigger connection with him, and I'm a ride for him.
Yeah.
So I feel like with hip hop culture and all these stands and what people are saying, it's like, man, you could be objective about it, but they be straight up like, especially some of these fan bases. Like the first fan base that comes to my mind, you talking about to a T, they ride for their person. Don't come for me now. The Barbs. You see the Barbs, bro. And Nicki's great. Nicki's one of the greatest female MCs ever. You could say she's top 1. That's undeniable. But man, them Barbs, bro, and the Cardi beef and all that, man, bro. Ooh, you did not want to see them on Twitter.
They
It's
insane.
been
No,
like
I see it on Twitter.
it's like a whole meme for Swifties. Like Swifties are
Swifties too.
Yeah.
Bro,
and Beyonce's, whatever her.
Yeah, the
Bees.
Beehive.
Beehive.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was telling them one of these episodes. I had to look it up. This lady went to 38 Taylor Swift concerts of the Eras tour in different cities all around the world. She was in Australia. She was in England, France. She was in Detroit, LA,
crazy.
and I was
That's
like,
love.
That's you talk about love. She's like, I'm gonna record the same part of the concert, like on the TikTok, and I was like, yo, that is. You talking about money, travel, expenses for one person?
Yeah, it's love.
And I don't even know if I want to see the same, not the same artist, the same show, the same set list 38 times.
Yeah, if you saw it 38 times throughout life, I feel like it'd be a little different.
Or the same art. You say you've been to 10 Kanye shows, like, oh, you a big fan. Cool.
Yeah.
But the same set list on the same tour?
Yeah.
It's like 20 something different cities. It was crazy.
For the price of that ticket, it was been a good show.
Yeah. So man, you got any new songs coming up or is things in the works?
Honestly, yeah, I got so much unreleased. But yeah, I've just been working honestly, trying to put together a project. I've been working on a project. Really right now I'm just trying to network, do shows, like just get my name out there more. But yeah, music is coming soon. I'm always making music.
I say me and Day got a song coming out. I
Yeah.
gotta think about when I'm dropping it, like March.
Yeah.
This is a
Okay.
couple
That
months.
song is-
Okay.
Yeah.
Good feature. Nice.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gonna tell us what the song is or we gotta wait?
I mean, his name's in it. I'll give you a hint, but that's about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Bet. That's exciting. Do you have any big goals for 2025?
I just want to build what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Fans, somebody that's
Yeah.
going to actually come
Yeah.
and see, come and support somebody come to 30 shows.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing about the industry now, because it's all marketing, and you have to make sure you're not a billboard. Like
Mhm.
you are a person, and so building that like fan base that like sees you as a human,
Yeah.
and not just, hey, listen to my song, listen to my
Yeah.
song, listen to my song. But you gotta be able to do both.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I think
you do.
it's community, right? Like it's not. No one's like untouchable, a legend that you never see. Like no one's Michael Jackson. I feel like even the superstars, like the big three, Kendrick, Cole, Drake, like how they moved and how they grew their careers, that's not the same anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like
absolutely.
a lot of people are building communities where it's like, man, like, oh, like I know them as a friend, and I listen to the music and I can hang out with them and like different things like that. I think, yeah, times have changed for sure.
Yeah, times have definitely changed. Yeah. I mean, we have social media. People used to have to sell CDs.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I mean, that was a time. Like,
There
I
was
feel
like, because like, you know, I'm from the rock scene, and like when Warped Tour was a thing, there were bands that traveled along with Warped Tour and just handed out CDs along the tour.
Yeah.
Every stop, they were just handing out their CDs.
Yeah.
Now
And
it's like,
And I feel like, no, like, I don't want to say nothing, you know, that's going to get me canceled, but I feel like that built you for the industry. Like having to do that, having to go through that grind, that hustle, that, you know, it builds character, and it helps you be able to handle things easier. Where like now I feel like the industry in general has just been like watered down, like cancel culture. They're always canceling people by just saying stuff like, you know, that's crazy. Even with rap, like I feel like rap was a way to express yourself, but like when you make metaphors and stuff like that, and it's like off the wall type stuff, I feel like it's rap. Like why do we have to water it down in order for you know, to please everybody? I feel like it shouldn't be like that. I feel like when music back in the day, they used to say crazy stuff, crazy stuff, and everybody loved it.
you know, he's an Eminem fan. That's his main point.
No, literally.
He said, man, M was a troll too, and like I feel like people understood it back then, but like, you know, some people have digged back his old lyrics, or like even his recent stuff. People said, "Oh, he said that about that person." And it's like, yeah, I don't get it, man. He's literally trolling.
I mean, it's like Tyler Creator. Look at
Yonkers.
Look at his first bits of work to what he's releasing now. Like he's still a troll, but he ain't a troll like he used to.
Yeah.
And part of that could like is growth. Like think about how old was he when he dropped that first record?
Probably,
Yeah, that's true.
18, 19, 20.
Yeah, you're a teenager. Like think about what you're saying. Teenager as opposed to say now. Like it's you grow as a person, but like it's also the same thing. Like you do kind of have to censor yourself a little bit, because you know some of it's warranted. Some people be saying some heinous stuff, but knowing that it's a metaphor or a joke or something, as opposed to actually saying something that's just outright abhorrent.
Oh yeah.
The word abhorrent.
100%. Dope, man. Well, you got any shows coming up?
Yeah, I got the Cypher show 25th. I'm trying to work out something for after spring break.
Nice.
Something with my homeboy. We really want to put like a fest together for Fort Worth. Like, you know, just like Fort Worth artists, people who just aren't seen, just like help everybody put everybody on in a way.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm trying to work on.
That's dope. Yeah, but no, I appreciate you playing. For everybody, the Bar Still Matter Cypher is at Loadout Bar, January 25th. We have Day Banks. Jizo to 10 Day. It's gonna be a great show. We're also gonna have an open mic freestyle competition. Best bars is gonna win a cash prize, so definitely pull up. We'll probably have a flyer out once this drops ASAP. And you'll be able to sign up online, but definitely come out. It's gonna be dope.
I want to make sure you come because last time a bunch of battle rappers showed up, it was crazy.
Really? Oh yeah.
Oh, the battle rappers showed up. They didn't just not like one of them. They showed up in a whole drove. It was great.
Really?
Yeah, and I guess I could say that now. But shout out to the 3-0 Rap Battle League and DFW. They will be out as well too. We'll have some more battle rappers. They're gonna definitely help us out, do some more things. But yeah, shout out to Loda Ball, shout out to Tulips today. Thank you for playing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. A lot of dope MCs, singers. Hey, if you want to pull up, as long as your lyrics is nice, pull up. Shoot, you do pop punk, but you got some lyrics. Hey, pull up, man. Like we're trying to get the community out.
Yeah,
that's dope. But yeah, man. I mean, hip hop, man. 2024 was a crazy year. 2025, I'm looking forward to for sure. Do you have any artists you want to see on tour or go see in 2025, or who's gonna about to drop an album?
Yeah. So really, last year I really just started like my concert run. Like I really never really went to shows and stuff. So yeah, 2024 I started my run. Who want to see, and I'm waiting to drop for sure The Weeknd.
Yeah,
loyal fan. That's my
Able.
Y'all talking about the barbs and all that. I'm EXO. EXO for real. Yeah, so definitely him. I got a chance to see him like when his tickets was $50.
Damn.
Yeah, Kissland tour. That was the time. But I haven't seen him since. So yeah, I want to see him. Waiting for that new album. Who else? Honestly, I'm really like big on R&B. Mm-hmm. So I want to see Kehlani again. I seen her when she just came, but I didn't really have good seats. But I want to see her again. She's just a great performer.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So her, The Weeknd. I want to see what Drake got next.
Yeah.
I really want to see what he got in store.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of pressure is on the next like project he drops.
So we talked about it last week. So Liam, I definitely want to hear your thoughts about it. Because apparently Drake was on the Aiden Ross podcast a couple weeks ago. And Aiden was like, man, you told me the Party album was going to drop November 22nd. And he's like, yeah, you know, whatever. And then some TikToker, man, I got to credit you. I'm sorry. But if I find you, I'm going to credit you. He broke it down and was like, rumor on the street is Drake told people that Party Drake album was going to drop November 22nd. Told UMG to label, right? Mm-hmm. But guess what dropped distributed by UMG on November 22nd? GNX.
I knew it.
Yeah. So people were saying like the theory is that, you know, UMG didn't tell him about that. UMG was pushing the record and Drake's, that's why like it kind of triggered the lawsuit. Like that was the last straw where it's like, man, you knew Kendrick was dropping that day. You like the Party album got, you know, pushed back. It's like, that's what the theory is.
I mean, it's definitely possible. Like, cause part of that is like a beef. Like, do I think Kendrick Lamar had a hand in it? Very possible. Like, man wanted to see this man's career ended, and what better way to do that than to fully commit? But also part of that's like a record label that has both of them is just like, add kerosene to the fire. So like, I can see it both ways. But like, if I was Drake, I would have done it anyway. Be like, that's kind of like in the hip hop game, you got to be the bigger man, and just saying like you back down like that shows you ain't that guy.
Yeah.
And, you know, Drake and Kendrick, they make completely different music, but like when it's still like no one ever outright said, hey, the beef's over. Like we all kind of called it because not like us just like went crazy.
Yeah.
But like every time Drake drops something, it's like, oh, it's still going on. Or if Kendrick's like everyone was scanning GNX to see like, oh, is there another Drake diss?
Yeah. Because I think it's a really interesting situation because if you look at a Kendrick side, Not Like Us is a hit.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like diss tracks usually aren't like hits. They're like jabs and they go away. Like you think about, I mean, we had a couple beefs in 2024. You had Chris Brown and Quavo.
Rest in peace,
Chris Brown is Chris Brown is, he's always been.
That diss track on Quavo is
Chris Brown is
diabolical.
Chris Brown is insane.
It was a little disrespectful.
That was so disrespectful.
Yeah, you don't shoot. Who else was going back for it? I mean, there's a couple people going back and forth. Oh,
Yeah.
Rick Ross threw his hat in the ring.
Rick Ross.
Yeah, with Dre.
See, I will give it
Yeah.
to Rick Ross. He had the fastest response.
Yeah, the girls, Nicki and Megan. But what I will say about Nicki though, and this is Drake should take notes from his sister, his work sis.
Yeah.
Because with the whole, like, kind of goes back to what we were saying about the drop. Was he really gonna drop on November 20? What was it?
November 22nd. Yeah.
Was he really gonna drop it then, or was he saying it to kind of bait Kendrick and hurry up and drop?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
because but I feel like what Nicki does is, like you said, she does it anyway.
Yeah,
she's a bully. She's like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's Nicki how you have to be. She gonna be like, you dropping, I don't care, I'm gonna drop harder. Barb's gonna stream it. They gonna, you have to be that. You have to do that. If you want to win and you want to say that, you're the top dog, you have to do top dog things.
Even though that diss track wasn't it, like, she still acts like it was.
Right, absolutely.
And her stands, hey, don't come for us. I promise you. I'm just a hip hop reporter. Don't come for me. But
I speak for the people, not my
man. Bro, I'm just a journalist, man. Don't shoot the messenger. Nah, but and that's a good point. And also, like, bro, Megan went at it with her ex. He dropped a diss track about her. His name's escaping me right now.
Party.
But Partisan, yeah. And I was like, oh. And then Megan was like, those bars were meant for you. And I was like, but if the shoe fits, the shoe fits. I was like, damn, okay, who's she talking about in this song? And then months later, you're like, bro, she was talking about Drake. And then go replay the lyrics. Go listen back to that song. We'll put it, in the clip. But go listen back to that Megan song. I think one of the lyrics that comes to mind is fake ass gangster, manufactured accent, something like that. Yeah. And you're like, oh, shit. She was talking about Drake.
In somebody's hood like a bad bitch.
Yeah. And you're
I did hear that they were saying.
And you're like, damn, that's about Drake? And at the time, I'm like, oh, she's talking about whoever, whatever, but.
Yeah, she can spit too.
Yeah.
She's like one, and that was one person who I always said when I felt like, if it came to beefing with Nicki, Cardi's great. Yeah. I just don't think
it's not the same though. Like, obviously people say like they sound similar, but there's a difference between sounding similar and having that same.
And I feel like Megan and Nicki, they can, if they wanted to diss each other back and forth, they could do it. They could stand toe to toe with each other.
Yeah. And like Cardi's dope. And but I mean, obviously it's like she's reached a period of success where it's kind of like, she could really coast off of whatever she does,
One album, Lauryn Hill in it.
Yeah, for real. That's facts. Honestly. That's facts. But Megan, Megan popped off freestyles.
Megan's
she's been spitting.
Yeah, she spits.
Yeah. So no, that's a really good point. But Liam, I don't think I asked you because you weren't here last week. What are you looking forward to show wise, album wise for 2025?
Dude, I hope we get the Chance. The Chance the Rapper album.
Okay, I'm here for a Chance comeback. I mean, he's been.
He dropped that single, and wasn't it like? Isn't it for an album?
Yeah, I mean, he's dropped a couple singles, and I've seen some freestyles of him. I was like, bro,
I pray every night before I go to bed for the Chance the Rapper revival. Like, I feel like if he can come back and redeem himself,
Chance
it's so good.
Yeah,
Chance is a beast too.
Now, if he comes out and does another big day,
bro. I don't think it's gonna be that, but Chance has been rapping, and I'm here for it because it's weird, man. Because we've grown up, we've gone through our 20s, and in our 20s, where it's like, man, life happens, and you kind of understand more where artists are like they take breaks or they fall off or whatever happens, and it's like, especially in today's day and age, though, you're like, man, drop. You gotta drop. You gotta stay relevant.
Another one of who I hope Doechii rides the wave. Rides the way that she is riding right now. I hope she carries it well into 2020.
Yeah, Doechii.
Doechii's
dope.
Doechii, no comment. Doechii, breathtaking. Like, she's something we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, and you talking about that star potential. And I said it last week. Jack Harlow just dropped a freestyle. And I feel like Jack's one of those people too, where it's like, man, I feel like Jack was like he's been on the edge. Like, he's about to blow. Like, you could say he's definitely a star, but like he could really reach superstar potential. And like he talked about it in his latest freestyle, Tranquility, and I thought it was really cool, really introspective.
The problem with Jack Harlow is you're like you saying, he was on that line, he was there, and then he just
stopped.
He just stopped,
and I'm like, what?
If he would have kept going, like during the What's Poppin' era and all of that stuff, when he was working with Lil Nas and stuff like that, during all of that, he was right there, and he just Same with Lil Nas. Lil Nas did
Both
the same
of them.
thing.
Lil Nas X, yeah.
They were right there. Like, I don't know. And this is again this goes back to what I said earlier. I feel like it's the pressure of having to appeal. I feel like superstars aren't just carelessly superstars anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like they're too busy on Twitter reading what everybody is saying.
Yeah.
Too busy in their heads where it's like, no, you're at this high.
Yeah.
You have to stop caring.
Yeah.
Remember why you started doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't ever.
And that's
but
facts.
even like with that mentality, remember why you started doing it? It's a whole different game between making a song in your bedroom, between like having to satisfy $1 million record deals.
Yeah.
Because like we all like it's not like known, but it's like we all be knowing like record labels if you ain't getting them that bag,
Yeah.
You're not getting.
And man, you said it, Lauryn Hill. I mean, that's one of those stories of hip hop. It's like, man, she had one outstanding, excellent.
It is still getting album of all time. Like,
man, critically, commercially, everything. She checked every box.
Yeah.
And haven't had a follow-up.
I'm still jamming that album to this day. Like it, you know.
I mean that,
and she doesn't need. That's the thing. She doesn't need. Like she is known as the one that came in, dropped an album, and it was like one of the best of all time, and then dipped, and like that's what she's known for.
Right.
Yeah,
and she doesn't need to like if.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those interesting things, but I think I've said it before, but I'd love to hear y'all thoughts too, because like I look at Ice Spice and Glorilla's career right now, and it's like, man, like Glorilla was blowing up, popping, got signed. She had a couple songs. People said she fell off, and then she came back with that album, and I'm like, bro, she right back to it. So I mean, I applaud her because, you know, in this era, like some people, oh man, they dissing me. They talking about this. Like she even quoted. Someone said, "Oh yeah, you said I fell off. I'm coming back."
But again, it's like what we talked about, like first podcast. Like some artists are meant for the album. Some artists are meant for the single game. Ice Spice, single game.
Man,
single game.
She can drop singles left and right with those one-liners. As soon as it comes to dropping a whole project, it's like, do I want to sit and listen to a hour-long Ice Spice project?
Yeah.
Or do I want to listen to like the 3 hits I know and wait till 3 more hits come out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely applaud Glow too because absolutely. I seen she came off. Yep, she was banging, and then I did see everybody like, oh no, Sexy Red done took her spot, you know,
Yep.
And she came back and she's been on fire.
Yeah. Her album was impressive, just like the musicality of it. Like she had Kirk Franklin on that.
The growth.
Yeah.
The growth
like,
from
the growth. And it's like, oh, like, cause I love rappers. Like that's probably my favorite thing is like, cause you'll have hood rappers, you'll have ratchet rappers, whatever. But if you can tell me a story in an album or you can go deeper, you can talk about your childhood, whatever, where it's like you have some substance to it. Like Big X the Plug album, I think is so fire. Cause one of his beat selection is insane, but he's telling you stories. He got therapy sessions on an album. You know, you don't expect, you hear a Big X the Plug single, you don't expect that.
Yeah.
So like that's what really sets you apart as an artist. Like you well-rounded, you got everything.
Yes, and that is what sets you up for, you know, success for a long time. Whenever you can really put stories and meanings in the music. Like I say, I always say a lot of people can rap. You can rap, but like, can you make music?
Yeah.
You gotta be able to do both though.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you can
It's a difference.
if you can do an amazing story but no hits.
Yeah.
Like Fort Minor, for example. I love Fort Minor. Y'all know Fort Minor?
Bro,
Y'all
that
remember?
is a deep cut.
Dude,
They got
remember
that
the
one
name?
song? Yeah.
Remember the name was
What's
what
the
everyone
song?
knows. I love their album.
Remember
It's so
the name?
storytelling. Like,
Really?
yeah. No, listen to The Rising Tide.
Wow.
Amazing album. Jay-Z helped produce it.
Remember the name is like the basketball warm-up song of like
No, there's a song
2010s.
there's a song on that album called Kinji, and it's
Kinji.
about it's like a story of his family who was going through when in World War II when everyone was like against Japan, and America had like Japanese internment camps. And it was talking about like his grandfather was in that internment camp, and it's a really deep personal song.
Wow.
Where'd You Go is like about like being in love with someone, but they're always gone and away for work, and he's like deciding to leave. Very storytelling, but the
Nice.
only hit that Fort Minor ever made was Remember the Name.
Yeah.
And when they made their next album, again, a lot of storytelling, they didn't have that hit.
Yeah.
You gotta have both.
Yeah, you do.
God.
You
What was it
definitely do have to have both. You do have to be able to push out them hits and then be able to deliver with a meaningful album.
Yeah. Damn, how's that song? You got 10% skill and 20%
love,
I mean
15% concentrate
power will. Yeah, wow. You gotta clip that. Hey, so that's a 4 minor, bro.
Bro, Mike Shinoda. Actually, no, I can't. I should stop talking.
Okay.
I've got opinions about Mike Shinoda right now, and it's for Linkin Park reasons, not for
Oh, dang, bro. Man, we're gonna have a rock section for this.
I know. I was gonna say this is not for crazy bars that I've heard. Although Linkin Park, because Linkin Park was that like they did the hip. It was new metal.
Yeah, it
was new metal.
That's.
And the problem with Linkin Park right now is everyone's mad that they replaced Chester Bennington.
Yeah,
Chester Bennington's my singing.
Yeah, that's.
And like, it's not that they replaced him. It's that. But the story goes that Mike Shinoda didn't even bring it up with like Chester's family. Like he just straight up replaced him.
Oh,
like that's
tough.
Went up and did it, and his mom and his son didn't even like know about it until after it happened.
Wow.
And it's like what he should have done is he should have kept the same band, changed the singer, call it Hybrid Theory, the name of Linkin Park's first album, and then it's like a little homage.
Yeah,
but it's not the same thing, and just let Linkin Park fade.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, and it's interesting. Okay, we're all artists, so I don't know if y'all have these thoughts. It's kind of weird, and some of y'all listen to artists. But y'all ever think about the legacy of your music and what should be done and what you would do with it? Because I always people talk about, man, what's the next big three? What's the next big goats of rap? I think this generation was done a disservice because XXXTentacion, Juice WRLD, and Pop Smoke are no longer with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And those
Mac
three
Miller
artists,
too?
Mac Miller, RIP Mac too. But I think those three artists, their age, where they're at, bro, none of them were 22. And a lot of them, I mean, Juice, of course, X, and Pop was getting there, I believe. They were on a superstar trajectory. And that generation just, boom, they're gone.
Yeah.
That's why you have like Lil Wayne, Nicki, and Drake, the old goats, and Kanye still being the goats because the
Kendrick, Drake,
who should have replaced them never was able to.
Bro, all the big threes, absolutely. What, 35 plus, 32, 3 plus? I mean, they're all 35 and up.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
But yeah, and the thing about Pop Smoke was I feel like he just got started. Like, Juice, they have so much. Juice just was they have so much Juice music that can still be released.
Yeah, we talked about that on episode 1. Like, because Juice is my favorite rapper of all time, and like it's just like you said, like he was able to churn stuff out. Yeah, Pop, like I agree, he just started.
So they don't really have nothing.
Just imagine those three, like where they would be. If they were still around, like
X2. Because I think like the mental health themes was really popping those years, and that was really coming up. And was he 2019 or 2020?
What?
X.
That was
19.
I mean,
sure, we got 19.
Yeah, because like you think about X and his mental health themes right before COVID.
Yeah.
I
mean, you think about what his music would have been like.
He was able to do both, like we were talking about. Ooh. He had Look at Me, which was like just hit.
Yeah.
And then when he started dropping albums, Sad, all that stuff like that made you think about it.
Yeah, Juice was 2019. I think
same with Juice WRLD. He had all girls are the same, Lucid Dreams, but like all his albums are his drug addiction and like.
And I feel like another person who really would have took off and was about to like actually gain traction because he was in a lane of his own was Lil Peep too.
Yeah, R.I.P.
He would have the style that he was making and where he was going. I feel like
he had such a unique sound too. Like
I feel like he would.
And then you have examples like Mac Miller who did pop up.
Yeah,
and he was big, but and in his success is what led to everything.
And he's got an album coming out.
He does.
I'm looking forward to hearing that. And he just dropped the first single just came out.
It did. Really good.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, my question for y'all and any artists listening, like, are y'all gonna put your music in your will? Like, do you want the estate to handle it? Like,
I think I said it in episode 1. If I die today, drop it all. I have explicit instructions to Mr. Goat. Drop it all.
Tyrone.
Drop it all. If you got to
I want it all dropped. Drop it all.
Because I don't want them to be like, oh, could this have come out? No, I want it all out. Even if it's not done.
Right.
I want it. I want
find some way to finish it or cut it or whatever it is. I want it out. Yeah, I would want it out too.
Dang, I might have to pick because honestly, I'm like some demos. No. But like, I feel like every artist is different with that question because it's like, man, I know some artists who are like, bro, real particular. Don't drop it. Let me rest. Or like, they got to start picking songs, to put in the will.
The worst thing anyone can do about your music is not listen to it. You could say the worst thing is them roasted, but they ended up listening to it. That's great.
Damn.
The worst thing anyone can do for your music is not listen to it.
I like that
That's
perspective.
kind of my mindset.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I want it all put out. Just
put it all out.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I want my stuff to sound good.
Yeah,
like, I don't,
yeah.
Like I want to blow up.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But like if I die and there's no way for me to finish it, just drop it. Like
Yeah.
I can't finish it.
Because I think some estates have handled it differently, like respectfully. Like Mac Miller's estate has been beautiful, real considerate.
Because his family owns it.
But yeah. And I think Pop Smoke, I mean, he was just getting started, but I think it was disappointing. It was like, man, yeah, they dropped like his homie, his best friend, the label's like, man, they dropped all his music. Like he's done.
What I hate is what Juice WRLD's estate's doing. They are milking my man's corpse dry.
And I've heard that, from some Juice fans. It's like, man, y'all like that record, y'all don't have to drop that.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I'm from Detroit, so 734 is one of those area codes in the Detroit area. And they dropped that song 734 about one of his ex-girlfriends like years ago. And the label dropped it. And it's like, man, do you drop that record? About his not even his ex who he was with when he was past, like ex? And she's like, damn, why y'all drop that? My area code in there. Like, and it's like, do you think Juice wanted that to come out? Do you think he cared? It's like, damn, it's an interesting topic.
Record deals can get you really far and get you amazing success and a lot of things that as an independent you wouldn't even dream of being able to do.
Yeah.
God, read that contract.
Mm-hmm.
Because they will own everything that
Absolutely.
you made and gonna make.
Yeah.
And it's just, and you don't know. And I think it's a little bit different of an age now because we have the internet. Like, if you get a contract that you're unsure about, you post it on TikTok or whatever, be like, hey, am I getting screwed here? So they'll let you know.
Yeah. Right. And here go lawyers.
Man.
Not just everything. Yeah.
Speaking of labels and distributors, have you seen the story about the girl with the DistroKid issue?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna send it to y'all for next week. But yeah. So I mean, we'll talk about it next week. I want y'all to watch it. But long story short, and we'll go in depth next week. This woman, independent artist, she had a guy upload a song to her Spotify, collab on it, right? It happened one time. She's like, yo, this not me, no feature, whatever, nothing. Like, I don't know how they got permission to do this. Just get it taken down. Happened again. Take it down. Like, hey, why is this dude doing this? This is weird. Dude uploads like 6 more tracks. And she's like, okay, this is creepy. I don't even reach out to him, blah, blah, blah. Wow, this dude's a stalker. Take it down. Gets all that done. Mans keeps doing it. And now he's taking her vocals and just putting it on like straight up trash and getting streaming credit from it. Like taking like thousands of streams from her. And she's flipping out and she's like, DistroKid, how can you let this happen? Like I didn't get no email permission or nothing. He just uploaded it, added it to my page, and that's that. It's crazy. I'll send it to you so you can watch it. And she posted an update so we can talk about it more in depth.
That's crazy.
But it's like, dang, DistroKid, what are we paying you for?
Right.
And then she switched distributors. Same thing happened. And they're just like, yeah, we'll get it taken down. But like this man is taking the streams.
Yeah.
It's wild. It was super wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a different day we live in.
Yeah.
Different day we live in.
Man's just weird, bro.
Bruh.
Dang, man.
Taking her streams.
Yeah. I'd be sick.
That's a whole different level of vile.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely send it to you because it was pretty wild. But man, we got the Super Bowl coming up in a couple weeks. Y'all think Kendrick gonna kill it?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Question is, how many times did he play Not Like Us?
Right.
Nah, he's not gonna play it like 5 times. Like,
well, yeah.
5 times. I'm
I'm just really curious to hear the set list. Like, all right, so let's say they got 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably gonna do like 10 to 12 songs. They do them quick.
Yeah.
But like, if y'all 5 Kendrick songs you want to hear on the Super Bowl.
Definitely Not Like Us.
Yeah.
TV Off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like King Kunta.
King Kunta.
I would love when I saw Kendrick live and I heard him start playing. was like, oh, it's my favorite. I feel like they're gonna do Humble because that's
Humble.
like his. That's like his biggest song. Well, not.
Yeah.
Humble
but
was.
Humble's huge.
A big one.
And then Squabble Up.
Squabble Up.
Squabble Up.
Okay,
because it's Super Bowl. You're fighting. You know,
Yeah.
Squabble Up would be
Squabble
pretty
No, I
lit.
feel that. Yeah.
Squabble Up.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah. Squabble Up. Okay, that was 5. What you got?
If he do it, I want him to do hits. I want him to show people. So yeah, I want to hear. I mean, yeah, Not Like Us. Squabble Up's another good one. I want to hear Humble. What's the Drink? What's the song?
Swimming pools.
Swimming pools.
Swimming pools.
What's another one that I would want to hear? I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Backseat Freestyle, maybe.
Backseat freestyle would be sick.
That would be
Yeah.
Money Trees.
Yep. Yeah.
Or I can't think of the name of If Pyrus and Cribs.
Mad City.
Mad City.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one.
So I definitely
I did more than 5.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah,
but,
this is a 5.
Cause I think, all right, like you're Kendrick, you're at the Super Bowl. I think you have to bring the guests in, right? Like we'll talk about Beyonce's halftime. I want to get your opinion on Beyonce's halftime show. I know we talked about it. But yeah, so like you're gonna bring in guests to make it like super cool. Like Dr. Dre brought out everybody, right? So I think you're definitely gonna do Money Trees. You bring out J Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I think you fit collard greens in with Schoolboy Q.
Oh yeah,
That would be super
Forgot about
tight.
that one.
Yeah. Mad City. You're gonna do. That's your big hit from that album. You're gonna do Humble. DNA. I can hear that.
Ooh.
And I feel like Kendrick will want to send a message. So I's gonna be one of them ones.
Okay.
Where it's like, man, you got some deep cuts. And then his work SZA. You gotta bring SZA out. I don't think you do 30 for 30, but you definitely do All the Lights.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, I mean, I think Not Like Us for sure. And if he does a song for GNX, I think man, GNX is tough. I think he'll probably do TV off. They'll have Mustard pull up. Like that'd be super dope just to hear. And probably just the second half, bro. You could just see Mustard to the drop.
Right.
Yeah. Or even that singer. I mean, I just feel like because like the Super Bowl halftime shows, you bring out guests, you do your dance numbers.
You think he'll bring Wayne out?
Send a message. Nah, I think Wayne unfortunately already confirmed he's gonna be out of the country. And then it's also like Wayne, respectfully, like what song would they do? And even if it was like a guest, I mean, it'd be cool. Like you just have Wayne do something.
I feel like if there wasn't like a whole bit, like if he didn't complain or anything about it, there was a chance.
Yeah, because Dr. Dre was cool because it's like, man, he produced this stuff, he put these artists on, so his connection was loose. But you think about like, I don't know, other artists that Bruno Mars brought out Her though, and that was kind of like random. Nice. So,
Usher's halftime last year.
Yeah. Oh, that was
Alicia Keys.
Yeah,
that fucking the memes from that alone were.
I think like your relationships, like. It's a performance. It's not disrespectful if it's a performance.
No.
Like it's a show.
Like I didn't think anything of it. It wasn't until I saw the memes afterwards.
Yeah.
They took that clip in the Boondocks.
I mean, like
and it was like I would have said because that's not. But,
yeah.
I mean, I
think it's like a performance, bro. It's their job. It's not nothing serious. Like we talked about Keke Palmer that one time too.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, man, like, bro, like. It's a show. It's
not like this is the only person that he's done it to.
Yeah,
it's part of the show.
Especially if you're an R&B singer, like your whole thing is to be singing. Like that's the whole thing of being R&B.
Like how Janet Jackson used to do people, man, and like it's a show. Is part of the performance. It's not like they're in the hotel. Like, hey, this is what's going down. It's in public. Like people need to chill out. But the Beyonce. Did you see the Beyonce halftime show?
The Christmas?
Yeah, the Christmas?
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the Post Malone pop out.
Yeah.
The daughter pop out.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't more Cowboy Carter theme. I thought it was gonna be more of like her hits, but I guess she already done that.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why she was like,
yeah. And she's got an announcement, I think, this week on the 14th.
The 14th, yeah.
So maybe today when it drops or whenever. But
right, what was you guys' thoughts? Y'all already talked about it?
I talked about it, but what'd you think
about the
Beyonce halftime show?
I thought it was all right. You
Yeah,
know?
that was Beyonce show.
Yeah, it was
right.
Like
was
I said,
it was
I
dope.
don't because I liked the new album. I think like for a country record, like it did what it needed to do. But like I'm the same with Day. Like when I want to hear Beyonce, I want to hear all the hits.
Yeah.
And, like,
When you finna do a halftime show, I'm thinking you finna come out here and do, all the hits. Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, not one Christmas song.
Right.
No, I thought it was dope. I like she brought Shabuzi out and Post Malone. And Post Malone's reaction performing next to her was funny because it was like, okay, let me sing my part. And then, bro, I'm with Beyonce. Like his face, bro, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I mean, 2025 is gonna be a good year for hip hop. One more thing I want to talk about. I know the West Coast, East Coast has been beefing. Joey Badass dropped a freestyle on the 1st. And I think the line was, "I'm tired of that West Coast dick licking."
Yeah,
boot licking. Boot licking. So, and I know a lot of West Coast rappers responded. I think Rayvon I saw respond.
Rayvon
went crazy.
Snap.
Daylight, Coyote. I mean, they were all coming for Joey, and I was like, dang, like,
yikes.
Yeah. Rayvon did snap.
Rayvon snap, bro. That was the response that I was like.
He ate that? Yeah, like that was
perfect.
And I love Joey. Like, Joey's one of my favorite artists. 1999 is a great mixtape. I think Rayvon, what'd he say? The only badass we acknowledge is Boozy. I was like, sheesh. Direct shot. And he dropped it on Twitter and added him. Like, direct shot. No subliminals, no.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, like,
know?
yeah.
Yeah. I like that, though.
Yeah. You know.
Honestly.
So, like, going back to the Kendrick Drake, do you think if that beef wouldn't happen, none of this other beef would be happening later? Like, do you think that kind of ignited later beefs to come?
No, because I think it was...
I mean, beefs happen.
I think what really...
Everyone's on, like, a beef craving after
I feel like
one.
what really started everything is, I don't know if y'all saw the Cat Williams interview. Once Cat Williams did that,
Cat let out the bag.
I felt like everything just went. Megan and Nicki, then Drake and Kendrick, then freaking the Diddy stuff. Just like everything just...
Bro, Cat Williams was the most Googled celebrity of 2024.
Really?
That interview was...
It was...
Dude. Club Shay Shay.
Yes,
bro.
I love Cat Williams, man.
Yeah, Cat Williams is funny.
That was funny.
I don't think he realized all the shit he instigated.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like after that, everybody was like, you know what? Y'all seen that TikTok? Was like, yeah. I feel like everybody was just like, yeah. So
yeah, nah, and no, you real though. Like, that's Cat set it off for the year, but I think it brought like competitive, like
it brought it. I feel like, and this is where I'm saying everything is full circle, and I feel like hip hop is getting back to the point to where it's like everybody don't gotta fake kick it, everybody don't gotta fake none of that. You're back to.
I think part of that also, like part of the hip hop changing. I gotta be careful how I say this because it's gonna. I gotta get to the end of my point. Hip hop is not necessarily the pop genre anymore.
Yeah.
Like. For all of the 10s, if you wanted to be pop, you needed a rap feature on it. Nowadays, like you have Chaperone, Sabrina Carpenter, where it's back to the pop game, and like country's kind of back. Rock, rest in peace. It's still not back, but it'll come back eventually. Well, no, shout out to my boy Dexter. They got a Billboard. It's doing great. But like hip hop is not the pop genre anymore. So it can go back to what it
was.
And it doesn't have to be pop song with bars.
Yeah. And it's interesting about the culture in general, like, because like you look at the 90s, right? Hip hop is blowing up. It's becoming the forefront culture. It's becoming the most popular thing, but people are just being themselves. In the 2000s, you have people partying, and I mean, hip hop is on a run. And in the 2010s, like, okay, it is the pop genre where it's like, it is pop music. And now it's like, people are going through genres back and forth, country, hip hop, pop. Like people are like Doja Cat's a pop star. And she's a rapper. That's a pop star, you know? But I also think like getting back to the origin of just saying like, hey man, like you might not need, because if you're pop, you're popular, you're in a box, you know, you're going to a formula, a strategy. Like Taylor Swift is great. Like one of the greatest artists, you know, in the 21st century. But is she pop because she has a formula and executes it well? Hell yeah. You know, but hip hop is one of those art forms I think like, man, sometimes you just gotta, you make music to make the music. Cause like Drake will make music for everybody. He'll, you know, the records for the girls, the R&B, the pop, the toxic love songs, whatever. He'll switch up the flows, you know, he's got a lot of different influences and that's great. But I think one thing that makes like Cole super dope is like, man, Cole is himself. Kendrick is going to talk about, you know, Compton, how he grew up, all of his influences. GNX is perfect for that, man. I mean, he's talking about a West Coast Cali, basically a street record that Kendrick Lamar made. Yeah. So I kind of like that hip hop's getting back to that regionality that, hey man, just do what you do, be who you are.
Yeah, be who you are, be yourself. Yep. Absolutely. I'm excited for this year. I can't wait to see the changes and what people bring to the table.
What artists like come out of 2025.
Yeah.
There's always like a new artist that pops.
Yeah. Shoot, you talk about Chappell Roan in 2024? Doechii? Whew. Sabrina Carpenter, you can go with that. I think
Sabrina Carpenter had a big run.
I think Tanashi had a little comeback. Victoria Monet was probably like 23 to 24.
Tyler.
Yeah. Well, Tyler been there.
Tyler been, but like, man.
Yeah. I think Tyler dropped a freestyle too. I was like, bro, whew.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But man, y'all, this been a good episode.
Yeah.
So,
I like it.
We're sitting at 52 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's good. Well, awesome, man. Well, this has been the Crazy Bars I Heard podcast. To my right, Liam, any closing thoughts?
No, you can find me anywhere. Liam, LIYM_music. I just dropped a song called Scared of the Dark. I'm going to be releasing a song every 2 weeks.
Nice.
So you're going to hear a lot of me this year. 2025 is going to be my year, bro.
Let's go. And to my left, our special guest,
Day Banks. You can find me everywhere at DAYBANKS_. Yeah, stay tuned, man. Shows, music dropping. Like he said, 2025, we taking over. So be on the lookout.
Awesome, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and it's your host, Ernie. I got some shows, music coming up. Follow me at It's Ernie, 2 underscores on Instagram. Follow Crazy Bars I've Heard, bars.still matter. And we coming, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.